Finally, US revealed its 6th generation fighter jet. In this video, we will talk about the latest 6th generation fighter jets, which have been unveiled by the US Air Force. The USAF has secretly designed, built, and flown at least one prototype of its enigmatic next generation fighter jet, and this has already been confirmed by the service's top acquisition official. So, stay tuned. However, before we continue further, I would like to request you to subscribe to the channel. Subscription is a great way to support the channel, and I am really grateful for all the support. The development is completely unprecedented, as the defense community was not expecting the 6th generation fighter jet to be tested so soon, and any actual flights were not expected for years to come. Will Roper, the former Assistant Secretary for the Air Force for Acquisition, Technology, and Logistics, has confirmed that the USAF has already beaten many records by using this new aircraft design. But what do we really know about this program? The answer is that almost nothing, since the Next Generation Air Dominance Program, NGAD, has completely classified all details about the new series of interconnected aircrafts, which contain support aircrafts, drones, as well as Next Generation Air Dominance fighters. There was no real response as to what the new aircraft was flown or where did the actual flight take place. We do not even know if the flight itself showed that the aircraft had hypersonic capabilities or not, or if it could use that kind of speed and stealth. According to the former Assistant Secretary, the most wonderful thing about this new armada of 6th generation air fighters is the capability of the USAF to implement the latest technology to have a virtual construct translated into a fully operational prototype with mission systems on board. But despite the official hush-hush, Lockheed Martin dropped a 3D rendering of the NGAD aircraft. Although the artwork was primarily meant to showcase Lockheed's LMXT tanker concept, it also showed that the LMXT tanker was refueling a stealthy, tailless 6th generation fighter jet. The 3D rendering indicated that the new NGAD fighters will have a diamond-shaped wing with straight leading and trailing edges. Furthermore, the concept art showed that the wing and the long, extended fuselages are well integrated. If there is one thing that can be taken for sure, it is that the tailless designs have appeared frequently in NGAD-adjacent concept art. The reasons for including a tailless design are that it will offer an extremely stealthy profile, significant internal volume for fuel, weaponry, and sensors, and a high level of efficiency. There are other interesting features too, such as the two somewhat shallow bulges that are connected to the propulsion system, can be seen on either side of the fuselage's center section. These design elements are in line with other 3D renderings of twin-jet designs for the 6th generation fighter. One important thing about these 3D renders is that the size of the aircrafts has been drastically reduced. This shows that more energy is being committed towards reduction of visibility. Since maneuverability is not a major cause of concern in these newer generations of jets, therefore, vertical stabilization is no longer needed. Another important observation is that the jet seems too small to fit an actual pilot, which suggests that it might have an autonomous flight control with an option for having a pilot. This is highly unusual for a twin-jet design. The design elements also provide for infrared management, which is not so extreme that air maneuverability is taken completely out of the picture. These 3D renderings are not completely out of the blue, since two of these designs have so far been made public. The first of these designs includes a V-tail, resembling the Northrop Grumman YF-23 prototype from the 1990s, and the second one related to the US Navy's FA-XX program from the early 2010s. The latest 3D rendering by Lockheed Martin seems extremely close in design and functionality to the FA-XX program from the 2010s. From these pictures, we can clearly see that the engine air intakes are concealed. These air intakes are more likely to be situated beneath the airframe to reduce overall signature, as is expected of 6th generation models. The airframe is expected to be large enough to accommodate more fuel and more weapons in line with the NGAD design philosophy. Experts have said that there could be as many as two major variants of the mainstay aircraft in the NGAD program, one which is more suited to long-range combat, such as the Indo-Pacifier Theater, and the other one more suited to close-range combat, such as the European Theater. The experts have also stated that the potential for a tailless design is enormous, in the sense that it can reduce air drag to a great degree, but also expose the aircraft to trim. The larger goal is to ensure that the stealth capacity remains unsurpassed. Interestingly enough, the 3D renders were made public a day after Northrop Grumman, the company behind the B-2 Spirit, and the latest B-21 Raider unveiled their new jets to the public. The B-21 Raider had also been kept under wraps, much like the NGAD program. In design elements, the B-21 has quite a bit of resemblance to the original B-2 Spirit, but now comes in a much more compact size and can offer a different payload system than its predecessor. The USAF has decided to award a $4.9 billion USD contract for designing the 6th generation aircraft to 4 top contending companies. But despite that, it is not expected that the NGAD project will come to fruition anytime soon. One of the companies closely involved in the project, Lockheed Martin, is working in cutting-edge weapon sensors, advanced stealth and avionics, but has still declined on providing an actual date on when we can expect a date for the public unveiling of the aircraft. Now, the Next Generation Air Dominance Program, or NGAD, is at a critical juncture since leading authorities have not provided a future timestamp on which the project could be shown to the public, but they have said that it could happen very fast. But before there could be a public unveiling about the whole project, the onus of responsibility will fall on the U.S. Air Force since it will have to commit a specific amount of funds to the project itself. And with the allocation of huge amounts of funds to the F-35 Lightning Rod II and the upgrade of F-22 Raptor, there is a risk that the NGAD program will not have sufficient funds. What do you think? Will the new 6th generation aircraft be given precedence over the existing F-35 projects? Do you think it's worthwhile investing in these cutting-edge technologies, or should the USAF stick with its 5th generation aircrafts? Feel free to comment down below. Please hit the like button if you found the video informative. See you guys later in the next one.